Hello and welcome to my Sunday From. Today I have a mukbang and it's just cheesy hot dogs. And I just put some cheese sauce and some cheese on top of these bun length hot dogs that I got on sale last grocery haul from last week. And then I have some Sprite, 0 calorie. It's just Kroger brand Sprite. And but yeah, I just want to try these because I just made them and I didn't have hot dog buns. Mmm. Because I'm trying to use up the bread. But these are really soft and really good. I like to make cheese sauce. Like for me, that like takes a lot of ingredients. So I feel like if you make cheese sauce, you use up ingredients and clean out the fridge faster. I don't know why. I just hate like I feel pressure whenever I have two items of the same thing in the fridge. So like I don't like buying the same thing and then it's in the fridge and then I feel like I have to use a certain ingredient a lot more than I used to. So I like to clean out my fridge. Like I eat like that. Like literally just eat everything up and then I can like prepare for different meals. And that's like me. Like I like to switch up things. I don't like having the same meal every month. So like I know I'm dieting, but like it has to be like a variety. And I like things that are easy. So ramen to me is like really, really a staple. I like pasta. But I got on live on TikTok because I finally felt like good. Like I had my pain management. So I was like feeling myself again. And I did my makeup. New look. I didn't get like lip injections that everybody pushes. Like I think right now everybody's pushing plastic surgery. And I'm very much into natty aesthetic. And everybody's always, oh, she mogs people. She's gonna love plastic surgery. Make sure she doesn't get plastic surgery. I literally think there's a cult out there. I swear to you, I swear, I've had brushes with aggressive, deadly forces that come in ratchet hoary and literally just look like dragons about to devour me, like fire breathing monsters of ratchetness, like beasts, like wildebeest with freaking implants out the ear and like lips out to like ear, like like filled everything, lifted everything. Like everything has to be nip tucked. Like not one nerve left in their body. Like I don't know how they get piped down. Like don't ask me. That's like a whole research gonna be undertook. Literally, there's gonna be books written for like centuries on. Like this is a historic era of this cult, this occult plastic surgery group of pigeons. Like literally, like to like block her from all these plastic surgeries. Honey, I'm a doctor. I have 3 PhDs in medicine. Like, I know like a lot of plastic surgeons. Like, you can't block me from American, like American Western medicine. Like, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. Holistic, you'll never do it. Your Vedic, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. Dentistry, even like for real, like medical examiner, you'll never do it. And that was my bonus PhD. You'll never, you'll never stop me. Wake up earlier, pigeons, chicken heads. Like, what are you doing? So, like, I was like, let me just hit up my friend, right? Because I wanted to correct because I had got hit. Like, when I was like 3, I got hit by this gold bullet right here. And then I got stabbed in the face. So I still know where the scars are for every single thing that happened to me. And a lot of the wounds that I have to my lip, especially my upper lip, are from bullet. And, obviously I have shrapnel and all that stuff. But I don't think I really scarred a lot as much as I did noticeably on my face, and it bothers me. It bothers me. So, yeah, that part was something that I felt like was taking a part of my femininity. So, yeah, I'm a little bit shook, because I feel like it was a dangerous situation that was culminating in the background of society, of Western culture here. And I really do believe there's an occult behind all this plastic surgery. And don't get me wrong, I do all kinds of stuff, but like one thing that was taken from me was the reconstructive part of it, because they believed that it was related to Transformers, and they doubted my skill. And so now I don't have any practice. So if you need your PP reneged, you're never going to get it from me or anybody in America, because like obviously this whole thing, there's fake, when somebody jumps on the bandwagon and overdoes it and they're like, oh yeah, I'm for this person, and they make them look like shit. That's what I feel like. These people are saying they're MAGA, but that's an actual organization. So like when they say they're MAGA and they're not actual members and never participated, and like I'm like, I already know who that is. And you're not. You're just a racist. You're blatantly trying to make our president look bad. And I think this whole thing, this whole era of fuckery is like gonna catch up to us. Like if we don't wake up and realize that people are literally plants in all, in all the sectors of a community, from law enforcement, I mean, from patrons of plastic surgery. Like, who would have thought? Like, I would have never guessed. But like I said, I feel like this is a part of something that I did for myself, part of self-care, because I feel like my mental state coming out of all that trauma, that happens in the battlefield, you don't know what I've been through. And that's the thing about society. It's like, Western culture, there's no holds barred. So you can come at me online, you can come at me in the street, you can come at me. Usually isn't it? It starts, online and hits the streets, and then, come at me sideways, um, ambush me. And obviously, you know, some people, you don't know where they're at. I mean, it could only take one, being exposed to one little gesture, and they just, they could take their own life. And that's why I want also to touch on that right now, because I want to bring awareness. People don't realize how much taking time to care for yourself inside and out, take time to just release stress, alleviate all that pressure from the environment, center yourself, and kind of stick to being grounded and uh, lift your spirit somehow. Find something positive to latch onto and continue living your lifestyle, because you can't let people continue to badger you about you just being you. You just living your life. You just breathing fucking air. Like, who are they? So, next time you find yourself, trying to check in with them, like, realize that you're more important. And whatever you're doing, is a correct and right path, because it's your own road to success. You live your own life. You have your goals, your dreams. They're all your own, and they're all very important. Equally as important as theirs. I'd say theirs is less important. I'd say, you know, they, like, whatever they have going for them, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're losers. It couldn't be better than your life that you live. It will never be. It's not even, it could never equate to that. Like, the equivalency is, it's crazy. You know what I mean? I think they'd have to do better to have the equivalent of your life, because you live in greatness, in abundance. You live a life of positivity. You know what I mean? And it might take some spiritual growth, it might take some time, it might take patience. But that's the thing. I don't feel like, we value our worth enough. You know, I think we find it difficult to understand that we do need, you know, and comprehend exactly what we want, but also, you know, get out your feelings, because you're human. You're only human. You could only, take so much, and you can only want for so long. You know what I mean? I think wanting things is natural, and knowing that you have it in you, you have this greatness in you, this drive, this willpower to be a successful person, and that's what makes you special. And don't let anybody take that from you, because once you start letting them in is when you internalize it, and then your I guess your aura exuberates, this beam of self-hate, like you're instilling that in other people, and you end up conflicting the message, and it ends up being a beam of hate messaging. And I don't want that for us. I don't want that for you. I want you to feel the love, you have inside you, and become the person who you want to be, not the person that you feel reflects the opinion of another. Because if the other is a subversive person, it doesn't matter. And I know we go through times of low self-esteem and lack of confidence, but we have to soldier through. We have to push through all those barriers, because they're just obstacles in our course of life. We have to naturally take that course, that path that we chose to take. And these people around you, they want to vicariously live through you. They want to live in your drawers. They want to be you, honey. They want to be the star, you know? But they have lack of self-awareness, because I feel like if they actually knew what they were, they wouldn't even think to talk to you, you know? And that's the thing that you don't understand. I think a lot of people don't understand. Our community doesn't understand. You know, you don't have to like everybody. You don't have to be like everybody else around you all the time. When you close a door and you reflect on yourself, it should all be positive things, all the messaging that you took in from society on the outside. You should hold dearly all the things that support you by all your close circles that let that enter into your heart, you know, and just let God guide you, because sometimes, we're at a low point and there's very little options in that narrow state of mind. And sometimes, like I said, it could be just them breaching your boundaries, your personal space, your environment, your little bubble. It could just be that. And that will take you off, trigger you. It will set you off into, a side path. And you don't want to go down that. It's rough. It's a rough road. It's a path that they took because they're not brave enough to undertake the real life. They're scared of karma. They're scared of the barriers that they themselves place before them. You know. So, with that said, I'm gonna end this and eat this off cam. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. My son different. Bye bye.